and gentlemen.
All right, everybody. So this is our this is a 1979 wax tray box. I bought it from Blowout Cards, but they got it from BBC, and it's a really cool box. I like it a lot. I like the trays. Let's be honest. A tray is not going to help your centering. Okay, it's not going to help your centering. Your centering is whatever it is. But I like the chance of the trays protecting your cards. You know what I mean? Because you got the cardboard. Hopefully, this was, you know, a true box and wasn't put back together later. But even so, you know, I feel that these are safer. You know what I mean? Your cards are better protected in these than, say, a rack packer or even a wax box. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So this is pack 1, pack 2, pack 3. So we've got Dr. Octagon, big fan, and Dr. Octagon again. You do have gum in these. There are 3 20-cent packs. There's 12 cards in each pack. Okay. And I thought that these would just peel, but they won't. So I am going to have to cut them. Oh no, I lied. They will peel. I've never opened these, so sorry if I'm looking kind of foolish, but I wasn't sure if that would work. That's pretty cool. I don't think I can keep them, but that's pretty cool. All right. Dr. Octagon, good luck, sir. Oh, yeah, that's smooth right there. That's smooth. So your first card is going to be damaged because it is the wax. And your last card is going to be on the gum, all right? That's not what I wanted to see on the centering. So Ken Krevick, Bob Andrews, the centering on that. Randy Moffat, Gary Matthews Sr., Mike Willis, Dan Ford, Bump Wills, Doc Ellis. Isn't that the guy that threw the perfect game on LSD? Mike Ivy, Mike Hargrove, Am the Peppy, and Dwayne Murphy, Bruce Robinson, and Alan Worth is your A's prospects. You know, I was gonna eat the gum, but this looks sketchy. I mean, it's not even pink anymore. Are you guys sure this is a good idea? 40-year-old gum. All right, shit. Here goes. Let me bring the mic up so you can hear this. You ready? All right. No, it still tastes just exactly like Topps gum. Just crunchier. Okay, I'm done. Ugh. Yeah, that wasn't very good. Ugh. Ugh. I'm sure I just got all kinds of diseases. But yeah. I ate the gum. All right, that is Dr. Octagon. Oh, man, I'm feeling dizzy. I'm kidding. I don't feel dizzy. And that is pack 1. All right, pack 2. This is I wasn't gonna ship you your gum. oh, oh, that's terrible. It was very crunchy. It was like a rock. I wish I had ate this one instead. It's such a nice whole piece of gum. This would have been that was the gum to eat right there, not the one I ate. The one I ate had diseases. Bill Buckner. Cool card. Cubs. Dan Schatzeder. Alan Bannister. Aurelio Rodriguez. Tom Grieve. Daryl Porter. That's going to be the cure for the virus. Ben Ogilvy. Don Kirkwood. Oh, that's a cool card. Walter Johnson and Dutch Leonard. That's cool right there. I really like that one. Don Kessinger. Luis Gomez. And Bill Nahorodany. Sorry, Bill. I butchered your name, I know. I'm putting the card with the gum immediately into a sleeve. We'll sleeve all of them, but just not right this second. All your cards will be sleeved up, for sure. All right, Dr. Octagon. You're up. Ken Singleton. Chris Spear. Rick Ruchel. Ken Henderson. Duffy Dyer. Bill North, look at this. Second year Eddie Murray. I don't have any card savers. And I couldn't go and get any, but congratulations on that card right there. That's a very nice hit. Champ Summers. Jim Mason. Jeff Burrows. Glenn Borgman. And Ron Oster. Harry Spillman, Mike Lacoste. Reds prospects. Man, I really like your Eddie Murray. You know what? I don't like the way these are sitting. I think what I'm going to do is... one second, guys. I haven't done one of these like this. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the way that they sit, and I don't like it. So, I think what I'll do is this. There's one. And two. Get out your gum. That's a fantastic card right there. They have really thin borders, which I think eat all my gum you want. So nice card, Dr. Octagon. Very, very nice. I liked it. So that's the first three, guys. First three from the tray. So next three coming up. That was pretty cool. So there we go. So who is for Buffalo Ben? All right, Buffalo Ben. Let's see what we got for you, buddy. I don't want to offer anything on what I think that that card may or may not have graded at, but I will say I really liked it. I mean, it's clearly not a 10. Oh, yes, Rusty Staub. That's my mom's favorite player, Rusty Staub. He was on the wax, so there's going to be some wax, but a lot of people say you can get the wax off if there's not an actual stain, you know? So, Greg Luzinski, NL All-Star. Nice card. No, I've got a good idea of a couple that I want to do for the 10K. I'm expecting to do that break on Friday. Lou Piniella. I'm going to order the products tomorrow from Blowout. And Gary Thompson. Bruce Sutter. Hall of Famer. And I should have them by Thursday, so I think I can do the break on Friday. And then I think we could pick the winner Sunday night. And I could ship it to them that Monday, I think. Bob Stanley. Willie Horton, here's a who. Dan Meyer. Mike Brewhart. And on the gum was Jamie Quirk. Jamie Quirk. There was a lot of pretty good names in that one, I think. Buffalo Ben. I hope you liked that one. All right, who is up next? Sam Axe 51. Are you in the chat, buddy? Daryl Cheney. Bob Watson. Rupert Jones. Oh, cool. The Big Red Machine. Tony Perez. He's not playing for the Reds, obviously, in this card, but yeah. Rich Gale. Bobby Bonds. That's pretty cool. Bobby Bonds. Ron Say. Nice Dodgers hit. Mike Anderson. Ron LaFleur. Ty Cobb. George Sisler. That's pretty cool. Paul Lindblad. And on the gum, Terry Forster. You know, I don't see much of a gum stain. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see any gum stain, but Terry Forster was on the gum. You guys are gonna get your wrapper. You won't get. I'm not gonna ship the gum though, but I will ship you your wrapper as carefully as I can. Okay. So 6, Big Fan 5 again. See what I mean? That's, Bud Harrelson was on the gum. Dave Lemancic. Hal McRae. I really like Hal McRae. Ron Jackson. Don Gullett. Ah, this guy. Talk about hitting the homer. It was like home run or nothing for Dave Kingman. It's a pretty nice card. Pretty happy with that card. Enrique Romero. Rogers Hornsby and Ty Cobb. I just hit the Roger Hornsby cut. This week, actually. Hornsby and Ty Cobb. Astros. They cheat. Bruce Bochy. Catfish Hunter. That's a cool card. Catfish Hunter. Moose Haas. And Bud Harrelson on the gum. All right, so that's 6. King Kong Kingman. I've never heard him called that before. All right. This is our next grocery tray. That's what they're called. Grocery tray. All right, so 7 is Jimmy C. All right. Boxes. That's pretty cool. John Candelaria. Chris Chambliss. Nice Yankees card right there. Tucker Ashford. Len Randall. Dwayne Kuiper. Rick Sweet. Dale Skaggs. George Medich. Mitchell Page. Buddy Bell. That's a cool card. Old Patriarch having Buddy Bell. Joe Zdeb. Danny Goodwin. He was on the gum, but honestly, I don't see any gum stain at all. I don't really see a wax stain on some of these. I take that back. I can see it at an angle. And this time the gum is stuck to the card. Larry Melbourne. So this is Big Fan 5. Chet Lemon. Dell Alston. John Hale, Hall of Famer, right? Isn't Gaylord Perry Hall of Famer? I think he is. Gaylord Perry. It's a nice card. I remember his 84 Donruss card. Remember it was rare. It was like card A or card B or something like that. Glenn Abbott. Speaking of Hall of Fame, Bert Blyleven. Now, this is the first card I recognize as I had in my collection. I had one of these. It was not as a nice condition as this one. George Foster. George Foster. The only thing I remember strongly about George Foster is that he hit 50 home runs. George Foster. Stan Bonson. Cool Expos cards. I like those. Jack Chesbro and Cy Young. Most wins in a career and most wins in a season. Dave Tomlin. And Doug Alt. Doug Alt. Hey, thank you. Pork Chops Foster. That's another name I'd never heard. Are you just making these up, Dave? Yeah, I'm having a blast right now. I would like to hit a couple big cards. Of course, you know, I definitely want to hit the Ozzy, but I'd like to hit a couple big cards before we're done. But I'm really happy about the lack of gum stains and the lack of severity in the wax stains. You know, I've always heard, I've never done it, but I've always heard that you can get the wax off. Not cheating or anything, but it'll actually come off. Dwight Evans, but you can see the wax right there. But Dwight Evans, nice. Bill the Spaceman Lee. My parents really liked Bill the Spaceman Lee. Dell Alston. Bobby Mercer. Rest in peace. Here's a fan favorite. Ed Kranepool. Jim Longborg. I wasn't even close with that one. Mike Vail. Mike Heath, Yankees prospects. Brian Doyle. Mike Jorgensen. Here is probably our biggest card, right? Steve Carlton. That's probably, well, I don't know if it would beat the, I take that back. It's probably not bigger than the Eddie Murray, but top three, I say, as far as hits right here. And this is for Pawsaw, the White Sox, and Tippy Martinez. He was on the gum. I swear to you, I do not see a mark. I don't see any gum stain at all. I'm not looking at it through a loop or anything, but I honestly don't see it. I really like the centering on that Carlton. What do you guys think? Top bottom on the back's not as good, but I like it. I'm a fan. All right, that's our first 9. That's our first 9. No, I haven't pulled any Dawson yet. And no Ozzy. Was Dawson 78? Is that his rookie too? Or was he older than that? I can't think. Okay, so this is 10. This is Jeffrey. Yeah, Pete Rose. That'll be cool. That'd be a really cool. Oh no. Well, I guess we'll find out if this if you can get the wax off, because that is a fantastic card, but it is on the wax. Wow. Jeffrey. I really like the Gary Carter, my friend. I really, really do. Jim Bibby, Johnny Grubb, Gary Maddox, Floyd Bannister, Rick Waite, Mike Cubbage, Andy Hassler, Ron Guidry, and Craig Swan. That's cool. ERA. David Clyde, George Hendrick, and the Brewers. A little pledge. Just a little pledge. All right, 11. Oh, another good card on the wax. Who is 11? UCCF. Got a Dave Kingman on the wax. Nice card. That's our second Dave Kingman. Enrique Romo, Daryl Cheney, Bob Watson, Rupert Jones, Bob Stinson, Eddie Whitson, the checklist, which actually those generally go for pretty good money. It looks pretty good. Pete Vukovich, nice card. Bill Campbell, Jim Fregosi, and on the gum, Chris Knapp. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why they wouldn't make one in 95. My favorite Dawson anything is the commercial where they're pulling him out of the ivy. And he goes, "What year is it?" I love that. I love that commercial. Okay, Pac-12. Pac-12 is Mostown. All right, Mostown. I think Mostown got 2, if I remember correctly. So, Amos Otis on the wax. Joel Youngblood. Dave Lemancic. Hal McRae. Ron Jackson. Don Gullett. Rick Burleson. Ted Cox. White Sox rookies. Mike Colburn. Ross Baumgarten. Mickey Lulich. That's a nice card. Jeff Zahn. And on the gum is Earl Weaver. Uh, it's the best YouTube clip ever is the Earl Weaver clip. I don't care who you are. It's the best clip. It's the best clip, man. All right, Mosstown. Nobody really big, but some nice cards. I think your Earl Weaver is probably my favorite card out of there. Okay, so we're coming up on 13, 14, and 15, which is Goose, JF, and Dr. Octagon again. There we go. All right. So, Goose, good luck. Hey, thanks, Max Pax Bricks. One more gum. Oh, man. Oh, but look at this card. On the wax. Why are all our good cards on the wax? Jim Rice. My favorite Jim Rice moment of all time is when he went in the stands. When the guy stole his hat. Do you guys remember that game? He had a collision near the wall, and a man used his cane to reach over and steal Jim Rice's hat. And before anybody knew what was going on, Jim Rice was in the stands to get his hat back. And the man put it down his pants, and Jim Rice still got his hat back. I guess the guy figured he don't want it anymore if I stick it down my trousers. You can find that on, oh my gosh, what a good pack. Frank White, which is also a good card, but look at this. Look at this. Willie McCovey. I don't have a Willie McCovey story, but that's a really nice card. Here is another nice card, though. This is Keith Hernandez. My girlfriend, when I was in the 9th grade, was in love with Keith Hernandez. And how I won her over is by giving her an 81 Donruss Keith Hernandez card. Rick Ruschel. Paul Ruschel. Don't ask me why I called him Rick. Larry Wolf. Rod Gilbreth. Another nice card. Look at that. Hell yeah. Fred Lynn. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Fred Lynn. Tom Seaver. What else is going to come out of this pack? Jack Clark. Roger Freed. Jack Clark. Also in here. And Don Hood. Holy smokes. What a pack. Who was this? This was Goose, right? Yeah. Holy cow. This was on your gum? But this was an amazing pack. Holy cow. This was an amazing pack. Jack Clark. Tom Seaver. Keith Hernandez. Wow, I didn't even know his name. Fred Lynn. I think Willie McCovey and Tom Seaver are probably your two biggest cards. But that Jim Rice is probably way up there too. Damn, that was an amazing pack. It really was. That was nuts to have all those guys in one pack. Tom Terrific. Yeah. I'm just going to take a photo of those three, but oh my gosh. Goose. That was a great pack, man. That was a great pack. That was my favorite pack. I was really impressed with that pack. I think I need another one now, just like it, only with Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, and Ozzie Smith. That's the pack I need next. Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, Ozzie Smith. You guys ready? All right, so after Goose's JF3387. Bob Randall, Bob Wilfong, Toby Harrah, Pat Zachary, Roger Metzger, Charlie Moore, Andy Replogle, Dave Chalk, Ross Grimsley, Butch Weingar, Johnny LeMaster, and Jerry Roos is probably the only guy I recognize from that pack. After the last pack, that's like polar opposite of the last pack we just had. All right, so who do we have now? Dr. Octagon, you're up again, buddy. Let's see what you got here. Larry Gura. Oh, that's cool. Joe Niekro. Knuckleballer. Joe Niekro. A little off center. Larry Bittner. Bill Bonham. Some edge wear on that one. Frank Duffy. Gary Templeton. Larry Herndon. Oh, huge hit, bro. Mike Schmidt. Damn, that's a nice card. 500 home runs, Mike Schmidt. You know, that's pretty decent centering, too. Hell yeah. Nice card. George Scott. Willie Hernandez, Mike Prolly, and Bruce Kyson on the gum. Hit it over the lights. That's pretty cool. That's a monster card right there. I really like the centering on this Mike Schmidt. Let's look at the back. Yeah. I mean, still top to bottom some, but yeah. If you guys had to guess a grade, would you guess that as an 8 or better? Right? Yeah. Probably $1,000 card we could hit the Ozzie like that, right? Well, if it's a 9. Nope, can't do it like that. Got to do it like this. That's a great card right there. I love that card. A BCCG. I think every card's a BCCG 8. I don't know if you could find a card that would not be a BCCG 8. All right, our 6th tray. So we've got Can of Whoop, Treffers, and Red Dragon. Right? What's up, Chase? Joe Wallace, John Denny, Roy Howell, Pete Lecoq, Jose Cardinal, Tim Foley, Dave Hamlin, Rick Weiss, checklist, George Orta, Tim Corcoran, and Raleigh Eastwick on the gum. Right? Yeah. It's pretty cool. I remember as a kid, one of the card shops had a lot of, 70s wax that was really cheap. I just, I didn't really care for 70s wax. I wanted 81. I wanted 81 because, 81 was really cheap and you could get 3 different companies. And then, 82 came along and I wanted the Cal Ripken, so I would hunt him for a while. And then 83 came along and had all the rookies. Randy Jones, Sal Bando, Marty Patton, Buck Martinez, John Hiller, Rick Auerbach, Terry Whitfield, Rick Bassetti, Rick Camp, Steve Rogers, and on the gum. But I don't see a gum stain. Maybe there at the bottom. You think that's a gum stain? Man, I don't know. I don't know, but what a cool card. Roger Maris and Hank Aaron. For Treffers. I did that, but with Ricky Henderson. But I bought a cello pack, and he was on top, and it was $5 because he was on top, and his card was worth $5. So it seemed like a deal to me. All the rest of the cards were free. I'll be honest with you. As a whole, I'm pretty happy with the condition of these cards. I really am. And I think a lot of that, not the centering, centering is whatever. But as far as the condition, I think a lot of it has to do with just, I think that these grocery trays are more protected, That's a cool card. On the wax for Red Dragon, Jim Palmer. Oh, cool, Carl Yastrzemski. Look how old he looks. And this man was still playing, 84? Is that the year he retired, 84? 79, Carl Yastrzemski. Damn, that's a cool card. Also, Jim Palmer, Joe Kerrigan, Joe Ferguson, Dave Rozema, Gene Kleins, Joe Sambito, Jeff Newman, Willie Randolph. That's awesome. Don Ass and Lowenstein. John Lowenstein. You're calling the Aussie Impact 3. It's funny to see that in pounds. All right, so I owe you a gum eating, don't I? All right, let me take this photo first before I eat more of this gum. I'm going to get right up on the microphone when I do it. Definitely a little bit of a centering issue on that one, unfortunately, on the Yastrzemski, but still, nice name. All right, that's our second 9. Here comes 3 more packs. Who's up now? Let's see. T. Bosserman, C. Max, and Canna Whoop. I remember Greg Jeffries in an interview when his card was $5 saying that he was way overrated. It was almost like he was embarrassed. So we've got another nice card that was on the gum. And again, I don't see any mark on it. But, you know, take that for what it's worth. Nothing. Vita Blue, John Henry Johnson, Ellis Valentine, Ron Hodges, Bobby Valentine. Cool card. Craig Reynolds, John Stern, National League record, most stolen bases by a catcher in a season. Sure, John. Daryl Jackson, Raleigh Fingers. Cool card. That's a cool card. Nice centering on the Raleigh, too, to be honest with you. Well, okay. You know, I still say nice-ish. Bill Castro, Jerry Remy, and then this is the Pete Rose card that's on the gum. Modern National League record, most consecutive games batting safely. And here is the back of the card. So, I mean, you tell me. It's got a, I don't know, it's got a corner. I don't want to say dinged. It's not dinged, but maybe not flat. This is T. Bosserman, right? T. Bosserman, yeah. Yeah, Raleigh did have a strong stash game. That's right. I remember he went to one team, and they were all about him cutting it, and he said no. Forget who it was. Or was that a Jim Catfish Hunter story? Maybe it was Jim Catfish Hunter, and the Yankees wanted him to cut it, and he wouldn't. I can't remember. No, I got my old timer stories mixed up. It still does. In a flea market. Dave Lopez, Ken Reitz, Andre Thornton, Rico Carty, Denny Martinez, Daryl Thomas, Mike Sadek, Rick Burleson, Ted Cox, Mike Colburn, Baumgarten, Mickey Lulich, and Jeff Zahn on your gum. Jeff Zahn on the gum. And this is C-Max. Pack 20. All right, 21. Can of Whoop. Lamar Johnson. Tony Perez, I like that card. Andy Messersmith. Amos Otis. Joel Youngblood. Dave Lemancic. Earl Weaver. Eddie Whitson. Pete Yukovich. Bill Campbell. And Jim Fregosi. But we've hit, a couple of those guys like 3 times now. I'm really ready to hit the Pete Rose, the Nolan Ryan, and the Ozzy. I am ready. All right, next tray. Rogers Metzger, shortstop. Charlie Moore. Jim Rice, nice card. Let's see if this is another one of those packs, because the last time we hit Jim Rice, we hit everybody. Jim Rice, not on the wax. Frank White, there he is. Willie McCovey. Oh, it's got edge damage at the bottom. Otherwise, look at that card. Dang it. Keith Hernandez, Willie Hernandez, Ray Knight. That's the first time I've seen Ray Knight. Jim Anderson, Bob Slater, Dave Frost, Ben Ogilvy. Pirates Prospects, Dale Berra. That's Yogi Berra's son. And Buddy Bell on the gum. So Jim Rice and Willie McCovey. It's a pretty fantastic pack, to be honest with you. Nice Jim Rice. So that's T. Bosserman again, huh? Yeah. Man, that's fantastic. All right, guys. Frank Duffy, Gary Templeton, Bob Randall, Rob Wilfong, Toby Harrah, Pat Zachary, Dan Spillner, Joe Zdeb, Paul Molitor. That's our first Paul Molitor. Pretty badly centered. Royals prospects, Stan Bonson, Jim Mason on the gum. But fantastic Paul Molitor. Big fan. Yeah, I wish it was better centered, but still great card, man. Hall of Famer. That's his second year too, right? The Paul Molitor second year card. I think so. All right, Max Pax, I owe you some gum. You ready? This is terrible, by the way. This is totally a terrible way to spend $3. You know, it still tastes like the gum I remember from the 80s. Still has that that sweet bubblegum taste to it. It's funny. You know, even after all these years. Oof. Toby Harrah, Pat Zachary, Roger Metzger, Charlie Moore, Jim Rice. Top corner. That's our third Jim Rice, though. Frank White, Larry McWilliams, Kiko Garcia. Tigers prospects, Dan Meyer, Dan Spillner, and Joe's Deb. It sounded like I broke a tooth, right? Yeah. So Jim Rice on that one. Who is that? J-May. All right, let me bring this list up to date here. All right, so it's Mark Awesome. I think it's cool that you could get a super sports locker for your cards. I would have liked one of those. To be on white bread. Don't forget the pickle. I'll send some gum to Phil, don't you worry. I'll tell him too that the chat sent it to him. Oh, you guys are going to like this card on the gum. Whose is this? Mark Awesome. This is a card we haven't hit yet. Larry Bittner, probably a top 5 card. Bill Bonham, Frank Duffy, Gary Templeton, Rob Randall. I really like the centering this pack. Well, as soon as I said that. All right. Doug DeSenses, Manny Sanguillen, Ron LeFleur, Warren Brewstar, Cy Young, and Jack Chesbro. That's a very cool card. Look at that. George Brett on the gum. A bubblegum pork appetizer. As long as he doesn't let the cheese touch the garnish, I'm cool with it. I really am. So, Mark, awesome. Congratulations, buddy. It's our first George Brett. I also like the Cy Young Jack Chesbro card too. Don't get me wrong. All right. I'm going to end this first video. Not for you guys watching live, it won't make a difference. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, this video is an hour long. I don't want to have a 2-hour long video. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video after this pack right here. So there'll be a part 2 video as well. Tucker Ashford, Len Randall, Dwayne Kuiper, Rick Sweet, Larry Gura, Joe Niekro, very off-centered on the Joe Niekro. Lance Parrish. That is your Tigers history right there, Lance Parrish. What was the other guy? Was it Cecil Cooper? Wayne Garrett. Catfish Hunter. Cool card. Such centering, too. What do you guys think about the Catfish? For T. Bosserman, that is a nice looking card. I really, really like the centering on that card. Rob Piccolo, sorry Rob, and Brewhert on the gum. The condition of these cards has far exceeded my expectations. I mean, even my greatest hopes. I really like this card. I think you got a really nice card right there. T. Bosserman. Oh, hold on. Let me get your gum out. All right, so this is 27. This is for Jay Frey. Dell Alston, John Hale, Gaylord Perry, Glenn Abbott, John Candelaria, Chris Chambliss. I saw him at the Old Timers game, that game that Phil's going to play in for the Yankees. Larry Christensen, Carlos Lopez, Mike Anderson, Vic Correll, Ty Cobb, and George Sisler, and Claudel Washington on the gum. Nice Ty Cobb. Nice card. I like that card. And that is a Jay Frey. And that's halfway through, guys. That is the halfway mark right there with pack 27. All right, let me go ahead and save your video. Again, if you're watching live, it's not going to have any effect on you at all.